After the video that I posted this morning that's kind of making fun of Superboy's original superpower, which was just tactile telekinesis, I feel like I kind of need to do a defense of that superpower now, because it's super easy to make fun of, because it sounds dumb as shit, but also, it's a really fucking cool superpower. For those of you who didn't know, when Connor Kent was first introduced, he did not have Kryptonian superpowers. The only superpower he had was something called tactile telekinesis, which is just telekinesis, but he has to be touching something. He can't just do it from afar. Which kind of just sounds like he's able to pick shit up. Like telekinesis is moving things with your mind. If you're able to do it with your hands, it's just moving things with your hands, right? Well, no, not really. Tactile telekinesis allows you complete control of whatever you're touching, or complete physical control of whatever you're touching. One of the examples that's actually used in the comic is like, he was able to grab the end of a rope and then make that rope into the silhouette of a woman using his mind. Or like if he laid one single finger on a car, he could pick up the car. The way that Superboy used this in the comic was that he used it to kind of simulate Superman's powers. Because he is technically physically touching himself, he could levitate himself, which kind of simulated flight. Kind of the same thing with the car. He could simulate super strength by just picking shit up with his mind by touching it. If he levitated himself off the ground, he could move extremely fast because he could move himself with his mind extremely fast. Or he would be able to do shit that Superman couldn't, like pick up water. He could also extend his field and kind of turn it more into like a, for lack of a better term, force field. Sometimes he was kind of able to turn that field into energy, which kind of simulated lasers. Like, tactile telekinesis is a really fucking cool and interesting superpower once you actually start thinking about it. Because technically, if he laid one single hand on a human being, he could just freeze them in place while he's holding them. There's a reason he's still Superboy, even though he doesn't have the powers of Superman, and it's because those powers are pretty fucking close to as powerful, especially if he uses them to their full abilities. However, once his Kryptonian powers started to emerge, because he is 50% Lex Luthor and 50% Superman, he kind of just stopped using them. Mostly because Superman doesn't have that, and if he's gonna be wearing the S, might as well be Superman, right? But yeah, no hate on tactile telekinesis. It's a super fucking cool superpower once you actually start thinking about it. It's just really fucking dumb once you just say it out loud.
Listen, the movie is terrible. It's a bad movie. Plot's all over the place. Editing's all over the place. Color grading is shit. Some of the acting's kind of trash. Casting's way off the board. The movie is bad. But if you don't think that Ghost Rider Spirit of Vengeance is dope as fuck, then I do not trust your opinions as a human being. He fucking Ghost Rider-ifies an excavator in the movie. You can't tell me that isn't badass. Fucking look at him. He looks so fucking cool. I saw a video on here of somebody saying that that is a sequel that people forgot about, and I fucking refute that shit. That movie may be trash, but it's trash with a backwards hat on doing a kickflip over a shark. It's dope trash is what it is. Alright, that's all I had to say. Y'all have a nice night. So this is it. Today's the day. I am finally flying out to New York to go to NocoCon. I have been so unbelievably excited about this for months, and I cannot wait to finally get there and meet all of you guys. I'm gonna be perfectly honest, it wasn't really real until I was sitting there staring out at the tarmac waiting for that first flight to take off. When I realized that I am being flown across the country to be a guest at an event because a couple of years ago, I thought it would be funny to start making jokes on my phone in my dorm room, and none of this would be possible without all of you guys following me, so I cannot thank you enough. After an extremely long flight, I finally arrived at my layover in Chicago, where I'm pretty sure that I saw the tunnel where Willy Wonka killed that chicken that one time. I'm not saying it's ugly, it's really cool, it's just very strange. I didn't expect this in an airport. Not too long after that, I was back on my plane and we were off on the final leg of my journey, finally arriving in New York City, which is, wow, after what I'm pretty sure is the longest amount of time I've ever stood at a baggage claim waiting for this empty goddamn thing to just feed me my fucking bag. But after all of that, I was finally able to make it back to my hotel room, crash on the bed after a whole day of flying, get up, look out at the state of New York and realize this is real. So with all of that said, I'll see you guys at NocoCon.
Am I the only one who's incredibly nervous about the Black Adam movie? Don't get me wrong, it looks great, but
it feels kind of like a double-edged sword. Okay, because like on the one hand, it's a passion project, so it's probably gonna have a lot more like, you know, a passion put into it than like a studio-made superhero film. On the other hand, because it is mostly a passion project, or Dwayne Johnson's passion project, he's been trying to get this movie made for years, it's going to be one man's interpretation of a character. Like I very commonly say, everyone's canon is different. Is this going to be a Ryan Reynolds Deadpool situation where the movie fits the common consensus of what the character is? Or is this going to be a Zack Snyder's Man of Steel, while sticking to what one person thinks the character is, being a departure from the common consensus of the character? Not even talking on the quality of either of those movies. Also, all of the costumes look amazing. Like, they look so fucking good. But all of them have, like, one thing that feels a little weird. Like, Black Adam looks great. That suit is amazing. But that's just The Rock. I know The Rock's playing it, but, like, they didn't make his eyebrows more extreme. They didn't give him the pointy ears. He doesn't have the hair. Man, that's nitpicking. That's what I'm saying, is that, like, all of the costumes have just that one little thing that feels just a touch off, even though they look amazing. Hawkman looks great, but that helmet's a little big, isn't it? Dr. Fate looks like he's going to be awesome, but like, why's the helmet got those creases, and where's the eye holes? Atom Smasher feels like a direct adaptation of a comic book costume. It looks so cool. But why did they add those Deadpool circles around his eyes? That's not from the comics. They had to make that choice for the movie. It's just a weird choice is all. Ironically enough, Cyclone is the furthest departure from their comic book costume, and honestly, it's the one I have the least problems with. Like, comic book costume for Cyclone looks essentially just like a dress, so like this is actually an improvement. It feels a lot more like a superhero suit. And I don't know, the fact that I know absolutely nothing about what the fuck this movie's going to be about makes me extremely excited, because we rarely get that with superhero movies nowadays, and extremely nervous. Black Adam's one of those characters that his lore is complicated enough, and if you don't do him right enough, he can either be an extreme supervillain or like a cool anti-hero. And it feels like they're doing the cool anti-hero route, but I don't know, because he's fighting the Justice Society, so like, it looks like an origin movie, but also not. But also, every single thing I have said here as a complaint can also be like a benefit to the movie. I don't want to get this wrong. I'm genuinely excited for this movie. I just, for the first time in a while, being prepped for a superhero movie, I don't know how to feel, and that's fucking awesome. I don't know. Let's hope I'm surprised, like with Doctor Strange, where I go in all nervous and then it turns out to be amazing. Let's hope this isn't a Morbius scenario where it felt like it was coming out for years and then it just kind of... Alright, I have a con to get to. Y'all have a nice day. It is currently roughly around 3 a.m. I am waiting on my ride to the airport, and it is my last day, morning, whatever, in New York for NocoCon. Yesterday was my last day, and goddamn, I want to talk about this shit. I cannot express in words how much fun this was. This was the coolest fucking shit I have ever had the pleasure of being invited to do. It was so insanely awesome to be able to actually meet and see and talk to my fans, and to meet and actually like physically interact with other TikTok creators. I mean, shout out to Katiesaurus, Eric Good, Willie's Paint and Print, the Dancing Bard, all of them. Like, it was so much fun to actually be able to physically be in a room and talk to these people. While I was being driven to the airport on my first day, I was actually told that my creator discount code actually sold the most tickets out of any of the other creators that had been invited to this Comic-Con. And holy shit, that is so fucking cool to hear. You guys are the absolute best. You guys show the hell out, and I cannot thank you enough. There were multiple people that said that they had traveled over like 6 hours just to come out and see the show and talk to like just me, who even just showed up just for me. And that was just the coolest fucking thing. This was a really cool con, and it was really awesome to just be a single part of that. Even if I was just the reason to bring people in, I was so happy that everyone was able to experience this con. And shout out to everybody who came to my Q&A panel at the actual con. I mean, apparently we packed this room tight enough that it actually created a fucking fire hazard. They had never had this many people in the panel room at one time, and it was so fucking cool. Walking up and just seeing this line, just to talk, just to ask questions to me, it's such a humbling feeling to be able to see that. I mean, hell, on my first day, I showed up at when I thought that the con had just opened, and there was there was already a line at my table of people who wanted to meet me, who wanted to get my signature and say hi and shake my hand. And it is such a humbling experience to be able to see all of that. And I cannot thank all of you enough for granting me that opportunity. And so many people brought so many cool gifts. There definitely is going to be a video where I go over all of the gifts that I got from this con, because I got so much cool shit from people. Also, shout out to Starforge Sabers. They not only granted me a discount on a really nice lightsaber, but then they gave me their final NocoCon exclusive lightsaber. Like they gifted that to me, and now I'm bringing home 3 new lightsabers. So like, thank you guys so much. That is super fucking cool. This was so much fun, and I cannot wait for next month where I get to do the East Coast Gaming Expo as well, because this was a great first con, and I am so happy I got to be a part of it. Thank you all so much for showing out, and thank you for supporting me. Should I be going to bed right now to be well rested for the Q&A panel I have at NocoCon tomorrow that a ton of people paid a lot of money and traveled a long way to see so I could answer their questions? Yeah, probably. What am I doing instead? Well, I bought a thing. I have no idea how I'm going to get this home. This is bigger than my bag. I might have to mail this to myself. If you saw my TikTok live earlier, you saw me actually like build this thing. This is my own custom saber that I built. And you want to know the absolute worst thing about this? It's that I have another one. Given this one's like my cheaper one. This is like a goodie bag one that I bought. Well, this is the one I actually like assembled back here. But still, I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing here. I make exclusively good financial decisions. See y'all at my panel tomorrow. So I know that I teased them while I was up there, but now that I'm actually home from New York, I thought that I would take a second to show you guys all of the lightsabers that I got from Starforge Sabers while I was at NocoCon. Additionally, I wanted to let you guys know that Starforge is actually running a promotion if anybody wants to buy a lightsaber. If you type in Panda Sabers at checkout and you spent over $100, you'll get 10% off of whatever you bought on their website. Once again, just Panda Sabers at checkout, so check it out after you see these lightsabers because they're dope as shit. Alright, let's get into it. Am I gonna turn the lights out for dramatic effect? Of course I am. They're lightsabers. They're cooler in the dark, goddammit. However, I am now realizing that you guys probably won't be able to see the hilts when I show you. Alright, hold on. Alright, go big or go home, right? So the first saber that I got was a little $65 goodie bag one. This one was in a mystery box, and it was just kind of a get what you get sort of thing. This one looks like this. It's pretty thin. It's pretty basic, but I do like how basic it looks. This does still look like a legit lightsaber. All right, now the true test. What does this thing look like when it's turned on? It still looks pretty fucking cool. This one is super light. It still has the impact effects and everything. This one's still really fucking cool, and it is the cheapest like legit metal lightsaber I've ever seen. All right, the second one that I want to show you guys is the last NocoCon lightsaber. Starforge actually just gave me this one for free as kind of a thank you for shouting out their page and everything. And this one looks really fucking cool. This one is a little bit heavier, and it is still, again, all metal. And this one has a really cool thing that it has the wrist flick turn on that their more expensive lightsabers have. There we go. This one's motion tracking is better. It's got a lot brighter of a saber, obviously. It still has all the actual, like, effects and everything. I fucking love this. This thing's awesome. All right, now for the moment we've all been waiting for. My fully custom saber that I decked out from them. A lot of people might not know this, but a lot of the colors that I use outside of like TikTok and stuff is like black and gold. I really like just things with gold highlights, so this is really cool. Let's turn this baby on. Starforge Saber. All right, let's check this shit out. Oh, fuck yes. I don't know if it's obvious, but this motherfucker is so fucking bright. This thing is dope as shit. Ah, that's so fucking cool. So if you want to pick up one of these motherfuckers for yourself, head over to Starforge Sabers and use the code Panda Sabers at checkout. My little Star Wars nerd heart just fucking loves this thing. This thing is so cool. Ha!
Now I am become death, the destroyer of worlds.
I don't think I can express in words how terrifying this is as a comic fan. For those of you who don't know who Miracle Man is, go watch Comic Drake's video on YouTube. I really don't. It's not, there's so much that I have to explain to be able to get into that. But for the uninitiated, he was essentially brought back into the modern consciousness through a comic series by Alan Moore and then eventually Neil Gaiman. That was sort of a critique on the Captain Marvel character. It explored a lot of ideas that were very similar to what Alan Moore would then later explore in Watchmen, with sort of the superhumans are not a good thing sort of ideal. Or more so that their potential for evil is extremely high and the power of a god will eventually corrupt a good man. Be that through pure evil or the extreme loss of his humanity. Like that sort of stuff. You can see a lot of what he would later explore with like Dr. Manhattan in the Miracle Man character. And it's all based off of an old character that was a ripoff of Captain Marvel, so essentially it was used as kind of a Captain Marvel stand-in. Like I said, very complicated, can't get into it. As a comic book fan, this is on the level of like bringing the Watchmen into DC. This is its own independent story that is sort of a critique of the comic book medium and how those stories are told. And now it is being brought into the main comic books universe for what seems like monetary gain. I'm not sure. I'm not going to say that the stories can't be good. I will never say that a story can just straight up not be good just from the outset. There's always a potential for great art to be made from strange ideas. However, what I will say is that this concept, it scares me a bit. If you've read Miracle Man, you know he's not really a character that like feels like he should be brought into an extended universe. Then again, don't get me wrong, I haven't really read the Miracle Man run after Alan Moore. I haven't really read the Neil Gaiman run, so it might change. But I don't know. This concept feels a little weird to me. I don't super love the precedent we're setting with bringing in these tentpole characters from independent stories that were critiques of comic books and then bringing them into large expanded universes of the characters they were critiquing. It gives off a very similar feel to like watching Squid Game and then like making a game show off of it. Like this is exactly what we were trying to not have. How did you not see that? I don't know. I'll read the story when it comes out because I am terrified to know what it actually is like. I'm really hoping it's really good. I want to be proven wrong. I don't know. This one just scares me a little bit. Okay, this is an extension to a video that I was talking about, Miracle Man being brought into Marvel Comics. I couldn't stitch it because it was already a stitch of another video, but just like click on the comment if you want to go and watch that original video. I'm essentially talking about like my anxieties of a character that is a tentpole of independent comics media that doesn't really fit in with the comics they're critiquing being brought into the extended universe of comic book characters. I know, sounds super intriguing, right? But like this video is going to be a little bit more like why it kind of feels weird for Marvel to do this. Like Miracle Man already technically exists in Marvel. He's just not called Miracle Man. He's called the Century? Like, these two stories are remarkably similar. The literal only difference is the appearance of the Void in Century's story. Miracle Man doesn't really have that. And, like, the superheroics that the Century did actually, like, happened while Miracle Man's didn't really. Other than that, these two are almost the same. I won't get too into Miracle Man's story because if you haven't read it, you should definitely fucking read it. But, like, Miracle Man being brought over, specifically Miracle Man being brought over for anything other than, like, I don't know, story purposes, feels very weird because they already have a character that perfectly fits the mold of Miracle Man. A human with godlike powers that forgot that they used to be a superhero, that now lives a normal life where they're kind of a schlubby middle-aged white dude with blonde hair who all of a sudden discovers that they used to be a superhero and revels in the fact that they have superhuman abilities only to find out that there was a secret dark past that they were hiding from that is wanting to destroy the entire world. That's Miracle Man. Like, that is the setup for Miracle Man and the Century, almost identically for both. And when Miracle Man was an independent character on his own, that kind of made sense why they had that. You want to tell stories with a Miracle Man-like character in the Marvel Universe? Okay, we're going to make a Miracle Man-like character that isn't Miracle Man in the Marvel Universe and then keep him going. It's kind of the same thing as Hyperion being Superman. Like, he's very explicitly supposed to be Superman, but we can't call him Superman. So we're just going to create kind of a copy and throw him in there. That's kind of the Sentry. And the Sentry's a good character. He fits in Marvel. But now you're bringing in a second character exactly like him and then throwing them into the universe. And that just, I don't know, that feels kind of weird on top of all my other reasons. I don't know, maybe this is what comic fans felt like when, like, Shazam got put into the DC universe. Like, why? We already have the character this is based on. Superman's right there. I don't know. Like I said, I'm very excited to be proven wrong. I want to be proven wrong. I want these stories to be great, and I want Miracle Man to be used very respectfully and well in the Marvel universe. But, like, God, I am hesitant for this shit. I'm I'm really stretching the definition of weekly, not weekly, aren't I? It's been like, what, 3 weeks-ish since I've done one of these? Okay, fuck it. Let's just get into it. Let's skip the update. Welcome back to Regrettable Superhero of the Week-ish. The weekly, not weekly show where I pick one character at random out of a league of regrettable superheroes and then I run them the fuck down. If I'm home to be able to do it, which I haven't been for like 3 weeks, so fuck it. Let's pick our character. All right, buddy, I gave you time to rest. Please, just work with me. Give me someone new. Eeny, miny, miny, mo. Damn. Mo. Mo. Oh, come. Mo. Mo. Mo? Oh. Fuck! Mo. Fuck! I'm just picking a random page. Alright! Ultra the Multi-Alien. That's a long-ass name. Okay, hold on. Is this dude's origin that he got shot by 4 aliens at the same time and then miraculously turned into all of them? This dude looks like Metamorpho's crackhead cousin. Cause these dudes don't exactly look like they're performing experimentation on Homeboy over here. Off this name alone, if this motherfucker is just Ben 10, I swear to God. Can you imagine if you got superpowers and they just like made you shorter and ugly? I really hope your powers make the tighty whities worth it. Did the alien powers give you tighty whitey? You have purple underpants back there. There ain't no fucking way you just had that.
I got it exactly in one, I swear to God.
Ultra the Multi-Alien was created by Dave Wood and Lee Elias in Mystery in Space number 103 of DC Comics in 1965. Ultra's real name is, and I'm not shitting you, Test Pilot Ace Arn. Cause that's a name, I guess. In the not too distant future, Ace crash lands on a mysterious alien planet where he comes across 4 aliens having an arms deal. These criminals are firing ray guns that, I shit you not, are meant to change the person who gets hit into the same race as the person who is firing but an obedient member of that race. Cause again, that's a thing. Why not? Fuck it. Well, stumbling ass backwards into this 4-way arms deal, Ace gets shot at the same time by all 4 criminals, which permanently transforms him into that. Because of his feathered leg, he has the ability to fly. Because of his lightning leg, he has the ability to shoot lightning. Because of his giant green furry half, he's got super strength. And because of that weird skinny blue side of him, he has magnetic powers. Ace then came up with the name Ultra, making an acronym out of the first letter of the home planets of each of the races that he was. And dedicated his life to fighting intergalactic crime. 8 issues, if you were wondering. He lasted 8 issues. Yeah. He's fucking regret. What the fuck are you supposed to do with that? Maybe if you revived him into a comedy, this could work. Maybe. But otherwise, this is dumb as shit. All right, so currently I'm trying to clean my room, which sounds like it would be pretty simple, except for the fact that there is so much shit. I love my P.O. box, and I love all the people who donate things to me. Good God, I have no idea where I'm gonna put like half of it. So prepare for a few videos today that is just like thanking people for all of the stuff that I've been given, mostly because I need to get it off my floor. And how are we gonna start that? Well, we're gonna start that by not even talking about the stuff I got in my P.O. box. Let's talk about the stuff I got at NocoCon. Okay, for the people whose I can remember, I'm gonna shout them out. Otherwise, this is just a general thank you to the people who gave me these. First off, I was given a new addition to my bracelet obsession. Let's see how fast I can get this thing on with one hand. Does it kind of look like I am inspiring a mix of like Catholic nunnery and a Johnny Depp aesthetic? Sure, but also I fucking love it and it's awesome. It's my colors and it's got like red tiger's eye and shit in it. This stuff is so cool. So I have an ad for this one, but that's just because he was one of the other guests. Shout out to Willie's Paint and Print for the last day gift of a mimic dice tower. Look at this motherfucker. This thing is awesome. We're gonna continue on the D&D stuff. I got a little rainbow dragon scale like dice bag, which is super cool. And then completely unrelated to that, I was given some red and black like shiny dice, which is super fucking cool. Remember with my lightsaber, like outside of TikTok, when I'm gonna buy something fancy, black and gold is the aesthetic. So black, gold, and sparkly red, that's fucking perfect. I would like to introduce everybody to JLA, or Jason's Little Alfred. I was given this rubber duck and told that his name was Alfred because of his misprinted little suit on him, and now it's my headcanon that Jason Todd has a little rubber duck that he calls Alfred because he misses him. Now that everybody's sad, Batman finally got a place to store them. And then connected to that, someone gave me a little Goonian ID badge for Bill. Also, his height had like a little asterisk next to it that says that he was 6'3" before his femurs were removed, and now he is back to 6'1", which is fucking, oh my god, I love that. Also, his hair is just simply listed yes, and his eyes are listed as currently 2. This is fucking genius. I was given a snack called Drake's Funny Bones simply because both of those are puns. Drake is Tim Drake and Funny Bones because Batman steals bones. And then I was also given Drake's Devil Dogs because I'm fat. Shout out to Webcam Nick, who was like hyping me up like the whole fucking con for getting me the Batman triple feature of Batman Gotham Knight, Batman Year One, and Batman Under the Red Hood. This thing's fucking cool. I was given 2 separate Deadpool pops, which is awesome. Both a Jason Todd and a Mr. Miracle Lego minifigure. A copy of Batman Earth 1 Volume 2, which like I've been specifically looking for this one for a little while. And finally, shout out to that Venom Pop guy for a custom Panda Red Hood fucking pop. This is the head of a Hawkeye from Avengers Endgame in the body of a Red Hood DC pop figure. This is fucking dope. Thank you to everybody who stopped by and gave me something. I love you all. This shit's awesome. Remember in the last P.O. Box video that I said that I had a problem where I waited too long and now I have way too much shit to be able to talk about, so it might end up being multiple videos and I might end up forgetting where the things came from and what the names of the people who gave them are? Well, if you don't learn from history, I'll say that's where I have them. I'll leave them out if I don't. Let's get into it. First things first, shout out to Infexus Bites. This is just the letter, but he sent me an entire box of comics. Like, I mean an entire short box of comics. I can't get to it because I already, like, sorted it into my, like, collection and everything, but he sent me a whole short, but thank you so much. It is so cool, and thank you for the letter. It really meant a lot. You guys might recognize this next name. Shout out to @CuteBlueSocks. They're the person behind the Robin costume and the Nightwing outfit. They, for one, sent me a replacement to that janky-ass mask that came with the Robin outfit. Which I will say, while this one is not as janky, this one does still make me feel like the fucking Hamburglar. However, they also sent a pack of about 100 nerdy stickers, which is also really cool. And this giant fuzzy hoodie blanket, which has the side effect of making me look as wide as a house. Shout out to Obi-Wan Shinbi 52. I'm not sure if that's supposed to say Obi-Wan Shinobi, but anyway, Obi-Wan Shinbi 52 for sending me a whole thing of Zenescope comics, which I mean, if you know Zenescope comics, you know why I can't show those covers on TikTok without being even more restricted than I already am. That does not change how much I appreciate them. Thank you very much for sending them. Thank you to Lilykept for sending me a, like, legitimate old school Robin action figure. Just look at the legs on that grown-ass man in a Speedo. I don't know who sent them, but shout out to whoever sent them. Please tag yourself for completing my collection of the old school 2000s Teen Titans run. I made a video a while ago where I said I picked up 4, 5, and 6 because they're the Titans run that got me into comics, and then someone sent me 1, 2, and 3, which, holy shit, thank you. Shout out to @Zora the Fox for sending me these 2, like, personally made throw pillows. The Red Hood one has like a brown leather backing, and then the Panda Red one has my fucking name on the back. These are super cool. Thank you so much. Okay, this doesn't have an @ but this is super fucking cool. Shout out to Sarah for sending this sign. Fucking look at it, it's so cool, right? Also, I did read your letter. Thank you so much for sending that to me. It really did mean a lot. Shout out to @Gavy Michelson for this, like, watercolor Goonian rep. Villains need you don't need them. Goons are entitled to keep their bones. First universal Goonian. I love that so fucking much. Alright, I still have some to get to, so I'll probably just end up making a part 2, because there's a fucking lot here. I love you all so much. Thank you for all the cool shit. I have the best fans.
I'll blow up into smithereens and spew my
Am I jealous? Yeah, yes, I'm jealous. I'm not even gonna lie about that. I don't want it to come off as arrogant when I say something like this, because I really am genuinely very happy for all of my friends that get to go and do stuff like that, because that seems so much fun. I'm so happy and so proud of all of my friends and people that I know that are able to go to those premieres and go and see that shit. But god damn it, I want to be invited to a premiere, son of a bitch! But Panda, you just been invited to 2 Comic-Cons, and that's such a big achievement. I know, that's why I feel bad about wanting it so bad. I want to go and, like, make an outfits to go to a fucking premiere for a comic book movie, or not even a comic book movie, just any movie to get invited to. It seems so much fun. God damn it, why do I have to live on the Northwest instead of just fucking California like everyone else who's successful? Is this mostly a joke? Yeah, this is mostly a joke. I'm extremely happy for all of my friends and people that I know that are able to do all of that stuff. I cannot imagine how cool that is to be elevated to that level with all of the movie stars and shit that are around you. But God, was it seem fun. Jesus, that would be so fucking cool to do. So hey, if there's anybody who arranges those, like, creators that get to go to those red carpet shits, I'm fucking free. I'm open. I would be 100% down. I would get dressed up to the fucking nines. I'd spend my fucking student loans on a suit just to go to one of these bitches. I don't know. Feels a bit like I'm throwing a fit. And I know that there's a lot of work behind the scenes that goes into that. I know that it's not just that, like, it gets dropped in your lap sort of thing. It's just... God, it seems fun. Congratulations to everybody that was able to go to that premiere. That seems so fucking cool. And you all look fucking amazing. I hope you all have a blast. Just keep my name in mind for the next one because god damn it, I'd be so fucking down. Alright, this is a part 2 to my last P.O. Box video. If you haven't seen that yet, just go back and watch it. Anyway, continuing on. Okay, first off, shout out to Molly for sending me Stan Lee's How to Write comics. I actually have Stan Lee's How to Draw comic back from when I started learning how to draw, comics, which is ironic considering that Stan Lee wasn't an artist, he was a writer, whatever. Anyway, it's super cool to actually be able to complete the collection, and by the looks of it, this is a little bit of an older book, so this is probably his, like, OG writing here. On top of that, apparently a hole in the space-time continuum ripped open, and a couple of scrolls written in basic, from Star Wars, from the Jedi Temple, got sent through. Conveniently for me, it came with a cipher. Luckily, I don't need it because I'm actually fluent in basic. Clip that as much as you want. I know it's funny. So let's actually get into what it says. Gotham watches, ever vigilant, for the children that she made. To a city drowning within darkness, swords of light are what she gave. She molded them to her shadows, kept them hidden out of sight, until at last she called upon them, her children of the night. That's very pretty. That's very nice. I wonder how the Jedi know about Gotham. Well, she also advised that Bill take up a job at Wayne Enterprises, which, that actually makes it, hey, Bill! No, man, you don't have time for this bit. Get to the other shit in the P.O. box, all right? Okay, I just wanted to know, why didn't you take a job at Wayne Enterprises? Why are you henching? Because if I have to choose to work between a supervillain and a supervillain with a ton of money, I'd rather work for the supervillain that has style. Bruce Wayne has style? Okay. I don't know where he's going. That leads to a window. Okay, whatever. Shout out to RK for sending me a whole fuck ton more dice. Apparently, these are slightly glow in the dark, and they got me them because if you shake them up, they kind of look like the Lazarus pit with the sparkly, swirly liquid in there, if you can actually see that. Fucking unblur. You're gonna have to take my word for it. It's pretty fucking cool. Shout out to Seth for a whole bunch of, like, old comics. Okay, maybe not that old. They're all from the 80s, which is still fucking insanely cool. Mostly because all of these are books I haven't actually seen anywhere else. Shout out to Belev17 for a little drawing of my logo, a custom graduation card, and a drawing of Panda Red Hood. I do also have a pile down here, while incomplete, that I call the brand pile. The brand pile is packages that did not come with a note, but did come with a label that was a brand. So like a company of some sort, which I'm not mad about. I love getting this stuff. But if you're a company and you want to reach out to me for me to be able to talk about your stuff, just email me. Just email me. I will happily do it. Email me and we'll set something up. Otherwise, thank you all so very much for everything that you sent. I have the absolute best fans. I love this shit. Thank you all. All right. This video is for a very specific audience, and that audience is people who watched D & Dorks The Cemetery War. For those of you who do not know, that is the D&D series that me, Sir Superhero, Nikhil Clayton, Momo Iscariot, and Nathan Apollo all create every week. You can either find it on the red video service that I'm not allowed to talk about, or the purple video service that I'm not allowed to talk about. On the purple live streaming video service that I'm not allowed to talk about, you can find it on Sir Superhero's page, and on the red longer form upload video service that I'm not allowed to talk about, you can find it on the D & Dorks channel. Got all the advertisement out of the way? Nope. Because guess who just got a fucking TikTok page? This is just gonna kind of be a greatest hits page. The video that's up right now is a pretty good encapsulation of the type of videos that I'm assuming are gonna be posted on here. I'm not actually in control of this one. Hey, for context, I'm the one who's in charge of uploading the videos to the red streaming service that I'm not allowed to talk about here. And I am pretty consistently always super fucking late on that. However, right now we are taking a short hiatus before the finale of the first season, which gives you all a chance to go back to that red streaming service and watch all of the videos again or watch them for the first time. Check it out. I promise you, we can be funny. There's a lot of funny people on this fucking show. You need more selling? Okay, I'll sell you on it. The main cast consists of a murder hobo furry, a 3-foot-tall grumpy vampire frog, a faceless kleptomaniac changeling with an obsession for pets and licking things, and the most dedicated businessman who got roped into all of this bullshit. For what is essentially a comedy series, there is so much body horror. Ask anyone who has watched the show to explain who Polnaros is. This must sound fucking insane to anybody who does not already watch the show. God, this is nerdy. But yeah, all this to say, go watch the D-Endorse TikTok page. It's gonna be a ton of fun. And also, while we're on hiatus, go back and watch all the episodes before the finale. I'm sure you'll love it. Awesome. I'll see you guys in the next one. So I'm sitting here thinking about the fact that in less than 3 weeks, I'm going to be in New Jersey for East Coast GamerCon. By the way, for those of you who don't already know, I'm going to be at the East Coast Gaming Expo July 8th through 10th, so come check me out if you're up there. It's going to be a blast. I'm going to have a panel and everything. It's going to be fun. Come check it out. The last con was awesome. Anyway, I'm sitting here thinking about New Jersey and thinking about the fact that in DC lore, Gotham is pretty much exactly where New Jersey is now. And all I can really think of is, would Jason Todd have a New Jersey accent? Because let's be honest, Jason Todd's a street kid. He's a Gotham native. He'd have whatever accent people in Gotham have, which logically would be a New Jersey accent. I'm not talking about killing Dent or Crane. I'm talking about killing him, and just him, because he took me away from you. There's easier ways to kill yourself, you know? Yeah, like yelling at the guy with the AK-47. Shut the fuck up. Batman always said, if you kill a killer, the amount of killers in the world stays the exact same. Now, just hear me out here. What if I kill, 100 killers? If I kill 100 killers, then there's a difference of 99 left, right? So, I mean, that's a net positive. I'm gonna be in New Jersey in less than 3 weeks, and I just spent an entire minute making fun of a New Jersey accent. I am going to be fucking murdered!
And that is going to be it for this month. Thank you all for being just so patient with me over the last couple of months. I especially want to thank all of my very loyal patrons: Andra Lanowitz, Anna Eliza B, Background Joshua, Benjamin Hadler, Bilbro, Blue, Brandon Laney, Butterguys51, Carol Cowett, Cassie Pace, C. Randy Gamble, Danny Walker, DeCassowary, Diandra, Dragonfang, Fuck Me Ray Bradbury, Gas Boss Gate Light Girl Keep, Jeffrey Aviles, Jenny Chanti, JJ, Kat Stevens, Linda Mackert, Magoo, Pandora A, Patricia Chops, Pinchy McGore, Raymond Villasana, Ricky Tiki Davi, Silent Princess, Sring, Tarara, The Holy Kuroda, The Lady Ray, The Firebranded, Theresa Harrison, T.S. Famder, Tyler Ellis, Unique Apple Pie, Victor Viral, and Who Knows, as well as all of my other lovely patrons over on Patreon. And thank all of you for being so patient with me while trying to get these videos out. I know it's been a long time, and I know this is the second time in a row that this has happened. I promise I'm putting all of my effort into this now. It's not going to happen for the July ones. Thank you guys for being so patient. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time.